Hey guys, I'm Fireblood and this is the iPhone 4S. Now it's a little bit too old as it's released from 2011 and it's 10 years old right now, so happy birthday to it. And in my opinion, I think this is the most impactful device that make it still usable till this day if you downgrade it to an iOS 6 so that it feel a little bit faster. Okay, the iPhone 4S still look a bit up to date, even though you can notice it as an old device from 10 years ago, but the design is so familiar to the newest iPhone 12. Glass at the back, flat side, and nothing so different at all. Not to mention, it is the last phone that Steve Jobs works on, so I kind of wanted it as my collection. Also, like I said from the last video, this is the design that I obsessed with for a long time too. The screen is still looking good for a 10 years old device. It's an IPS display, 640p. Now, it wasn't a crazy good resolution, but at the time, it was a decent display. Even now, it is still pretty good. It's still a sharp, gorgeous display, just like I remember, but it's just a little bit smaller than I remember. Or maybe this is how my brain works. So nothing really changed on an iPhone since then. It has a microphone and speaker at the bottom with a 32-pin connector, and on the left it has a volume up and down button with mood switch that is very useful. And on the very top of the phone it has a headphone jack and power button. Man, how I miss the headphone jack. And of course on the right you have a SIM card slot. At the front you have the old classic home button, and at the back it has that glass, which still in my opinion is a beautiful classic look. When you hold it in your hand, it doesn't feel like a 10 years old phone at all. This phone doesn't even feel like a 4 years old phone. It's just that unique feeling that it's a premium device that in its own way. Okay, so that should be enough. I think you know a lot of it already. Let's just talk about what I can use it for this day. So I wouldn't say it can replace my main device, and it shouldn't too. But if you use it as a phone, yeah, sure. Like calls, message, it's quite hard because it's a small screen. And of course, you can take some photo or videos for fun. You can still listen to offline music from your device, but apps like Spotify and others are completely stopped supporting this device. Some might still let you download it if you're in an iOS 9, but most of them are not. The performance is a bit laggy. It won't be snappy like iOS 6 that I have here at all. The camera, I will let you see it for yourself, and just like I said, it's a decent one. Not crazy good and holding up till today, but it's not so bad either. Of course, you can shoot 1080p 30 with the back camera and 480p with the front camera. Again, this device is extremely outdated, so some games and apps you're going to have to download a super old version of them, or you're just not going to be able to even download those apps or games at all, because iOS 6 or 9 is many years old now. And most manufacturers just don't want to support their apps or games on a software that is completely outdated, and the iPhone 4 couldn't really run those apps and games too, so you're going to run into a lot of problems. Even the performance of this phone is quite okay. Again, you're going to run in another issue when it's come down to app support ability. As I said before, I still have to give it a lot of credit to this device just because of the fact that I can still turn it on the fact that I can still do a lot of other capabilities. So now ending it off with the battery life. This phone when it first came out had a 1432 mAh battery. I would probably say the battery life wasn't even that bad when it first came out. I used the iPhone 4 before, not the 4S, and it's really a decent battery, and I don't even know how much the battery of my own phone had, but this phone right now is probably not gonna last you that long. And because in my iPhone 4S is an old battery that charged for 1,000 times already, so it's lasts me less than an hour or so. So now to kind of sum up this video is to answer the question, is the iPhone 4S still usable in 2021? So let me just tell you that this phone, obviously nobody gonna use it anymore. It's not worth it to use it as your main device, but if you like me, you can buy it as a collection item. I think it still has a lot of value. The screen of it is not that bad. The build quality of this phone is really good. And of course, you can still use it as your second device just for a short calls or message, and even listen to some music with it. Also, it's kind of make you feel refreshing a bit just by using a different phone that gives you this kind of unique feeling of it. So I think this is all I would sum it up. It's so small, it fit in your hand, but it's quite heavy. But other than that, it's perfect. I love a small phone. I wish Apple made the iPhone 12 mini for a long time ago, but now it's came out, but I can't get it. It's pretty sad for me though. I really love a small phone. So I think this is all I would sum it up. It's a beautiful phone in terms of history. Even now some phones are still looking like an iPhone 4S, especially the iPhone 12 right here. So that's been the iPhone 4S. If you have any question, please leave those in the comment section below. As well, hit the like and subscribe button if you like this video, and thanks you so much if you can hit that, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.